It has been far too long since the last time I've touched these relic remains. In fact, it's been about a year. And now I've somehow hoarded up to over 40,000 of these. Are you guys ready? Because I sure as hell am not. This is going to take the entire day, if not longer than that, and I'm starting to regret this decision already. I also have 35 of these self-modeling resins, 29 of the wishful resins, which will eventually be converted into this in the next patch, but the conversion's the same, so I'm just gonna get this done and over with after this video. And then 2 variable dice. And I kind of wanted to get this video done this week, because starting next week, I'm gonna have a lot of things going on IRL, so this is probably gonna be my last major video that requires me to put in a lot of effort. After that, I'm probably just gonna go with a 1 video a week upload, maybe even 1 every 2 weeks, depending on how busy my schedule is. And now you might be asking, what am I going to do with all 40,000 of these relic remains? Well, just like in the previous relic remain video, I'm going to be investing all, if not as much as I can, or need to, into my Acheron. Now I know this is probably, if not most definitely, not the most efficient way to be spending my relic remains. I would be better off spending them on some energy planar sets that are relatively hard to farm, such as the Lushaka and Wanwak set, or maybe even the Eagle set for that extra advanced action forward for some of my characters. But Acheron is one of the few characters or damage dealers on my account, especially out of all the Eidolon 2 ones that I own, which are her, Imbibitor Lunane, and Firefly. That has remained relevant and relatively fun to use to this day. It's funny because I never really considered myself to be a main of any character up until recently, and I've started enjoying Acheron a lot more than I've usually had. In fact, when she first came out, I was even debating whether or not to summon for her. I've decided I will be pulling for Acheron. But in all honesty though, I don't think my account needs another hyper carry, because at the time I had 2 main DPSs on my account already established, being Zila and Dan Hung, Imbibitor Lunane. And speaking of Imbibitor Lunane, my very first E2 main DPS. Oh man, this guy has seen better days for sure. I can't even remember the last time I bothered using him in any of the endgame content other than like Simulated or Divergent Universe. He really just needs a rework. He needs one of those Nova Flares to bring him back in the meta, and I think he might actually be one of those characters in the next batch of Nova Flare characters, so long live the dragon. I love your theme song, buddy, but you just ain't cutting it right now, man. Firefly is the next and also the last E2, and probably the last E2 I will ever pull when it comes to a DPS character. She's definitely fallen off quite a bit, but unlike Lunane, she's still usable, especially in Apocalyptic Shadow. She still shines there because or not necessarily super break, but just breaking the enemy in general is the entire theme. So I don't think she'll fall off ever in that particular game mode. And then for Memory of Chaos, it honestly depends on the buff and what the boss is. Under certain circumstances, she can also do fairly well there as well. And in Pure Fiction, I think it's gone to a point ever since the rework. I don't think she can be played in Pure Fiction even in E2, or at least she won't score a really high score. But unlike the other E2 characters that I just previously mentioned, Acheron has survived ever since the day I pulled her, all the way until today. She is still very relevant, and I use her in all 3 game modes, whether it's for high scores, 0 cycles, or perfect clears. So this is my Acheron's current stat line that I'm running. I'll show you her relics real quick and what we want to improve on today. Her main pieces here, these are fine, and I have some other pieces that also can be swapped around to change her stat line. Her headpiece, this crit rate piece, I actually ended up getting this like a couple months ago when I was just randomly grinding the domain. For whatever reason, it's probably not a good... That's why I'm using the relic remains today, because her domain honestly isn't worth it anymore, since Super Break and Break isn't really that strong in the meta. And honestly, I already have good enough pieces for both my Ruan Mei, Gallagher, Fugue, and if I ever want to use the Harmony Trailblazer again, him as well. So I got this while farming it, and it rolled all in the crit damage, so this is really amazing. I ideally would like a crit damage piece, similar to this, except with attack percent and maybe maybe 1 more roll in the crit rate. That would have made this piece basically good enough for me. Crit damage would be preferred, honestly, because with E2 Acheron, you get a lot of free crit damage from her Eidolon 1, especially with the Pioneer set and the Izumo set as well. But this is not a priority. If I have to, I'll settle for the crit rate piece here. Her boots, need a little bit of work. I have a couple of double crit rate pieces here. They look amazing when it comes to the substat distribution. Or maybe not distribution, just the substats that are available here, but the rolls were unfortunately not kind to me. And this is only a nat 3, meaning it started with 3 natural substats, so I am not going to use a variable die to reset it here. Same with this one, it was also a nat 3, so when it comes to it, I will probably be crafting some more either attack percent boots or maybe speed if I want to go a faster Acheron. Most of the time, I always go attack percent because nowadays you need that extra damage in order to kill things within a certain amount of cycles. Her planar spear is a absolute disaster, and I mean absolute disaster. I don't think there's any other piece available. Oh, this one's no, it's not good. Yeah. She basically only has this attack orb, and it rolled like absolute dog. So this is what we're going to be crafting the majority of the video. We're going to need either a attack percent orb or a lightning orb. I don't care which one it is as long as it's got crit rate, crit damage, and it rolls well. I will take either or. Her linked rope is actually fine. I got 2 usable pieces here. The one she's holding right now is a nat 3 unfortunately, but it rolled 3 into crit, which is okay I guess. I would like 4 ideally, but that's probably greeding a little bit too much. This one here is a nat 4, which means it started with 4 substats, and it rolled 3 into crit rate, which is nice. I might greed, and I say might because, like I said, I'm greedy. I might greed and re-roll this if we have the extra variable die or the extra resources, but ideally this is probably already good enough. I'm probably not going to be crafting any more attack percent ropes for the most part. So this is one set I can run on Acheron. Sometimes I like to be a little bit risky and run the crit damage headpiece with a little bit less, or actually quite a lot less crit rate. And then let me see. I'm going to just do it real quick. We will do this. It's going to stay the same. I think this stays the same, and then this also should stay the same. So this is the build that I usually run with the crit damage piece if I'm trying to greed for more crit damage rather than crit rate. Since she's at Eidolon 2, you only need up to 66% to guaranteed 100% crit rate. The stat line I would like for her after I'm done with this entire enhancing session would be above 60% crit rate and around 250 crit damage. So we're a bit short on that with the crit damage helm. And with the crit rate helm, we have a 100% guaranteed crit rate, but our crit damage is a little bit lackluster. So if I could get a bunch of high rolls into crit damage, then I might just settle for the crit rate helm. Once again, my Acheron is definitely usable at this point with the current relics that I have. This is just chasing pure perfection, and I would not recommend if anyone wants to actually optimize their account to do this. And I understand it is over 40,000 relic remains. The last time I made this video with 11,000 relic remains, it was a 40+ minute video. So I'm going to skip a lot of the crafting, and we're just going to go over the highlights of the entire crafting session, which will probably take more than 4 to 5 hours, or maybe even longer than that, I don't know. But anyways, I'll just cut to the chase and move on to those parts for the remaining of this video. Hope you guys enjoy. Okay, so it's been about 7,000 relic remains of crafting, and I finally come across the first lightning damage boost orb that looks decent. I ran into a couple of lightning damage boost and attack orbs that either had crit rate or crit damage but didn't have the other, and I tried to roll the other stat, didn't work out. So finally this one, it only has crit damage, but it does have attack percent and flat attack. I still want it to roll crit rate, but if it misses crit rate, I might try to go for like a quad roll in the crit damage. It's a long shot, so we'll see how this goes. Unlikely. But if it rolls crit rate, then yippee. We have basically a perfect stat line piece, but it still has to roll. Oh my god! Holy crap! Okay, please. Please! Just don't shit the bed when it comes to the rolls. I think I'll take 1 roll into attack percent. I guess that's fine, or even... I just want... Okay, if you give me 3 out of 4, I guess I'll take it. That's probably good enough. But please don't. Because I'm not resetting this. This is a nat 3. It's not worth my variable die. But this is the best stat line or substats that have come with a orb that I've seen so far. Alright, here we go. First roll. Okay, that's not the worst, but could be better. Alright, next roll. Alright, go next. Alrighty, and shortly after, we got our double crit rate, or double crit attack orb finally. It is only a nat 3, however, but I'm just grateful that I don't have to roll for the double crit. For the 4th substat, I don't think it really matters. Some people would want speed. Personally, I'd probably prefer a attack, or not attack, HP or defense percent, just for the extra bulk, so you can survive in a zero cycle situation. Alright, here we go. What is it? Flat HP. Alright, whatever, as long as you don't land into it. Not that big of a deal. Alright, first roll. Alright, crit damage. Let's go. Let's go. This might be it, boys. Alright, second roll. Another crit damage. Okay. I wouldn't mind if it all went to crit damage. That would just make my crit rate headpiece an absolute banger for this. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's go. Let's do it. Damn. Well, I mean, 3 rolls. I still have to go for the last one. If it goes 3 rolls in the crit rate, crit damage, it is usable. But knowing my stupid ass, I'm probably going to keep crafting for a better piece. But regardless, I'm not going to throw this away unless it breaks the last one, which it probably will. Let's be real here. Alright, last roll of destiny. Give me one of the crits, please. Please. Here we go. I hate this. I hate this game so much. God damn it. Well, you know what's funny? This is still an upgrade to what I currently have. If I show you guys real quick. Filter this out. It's still an upgrade to what I currently have, but we're going to keep going. So, this is the one we just enhanced. 2 rolls and a crit damage. The one Acheron has. Yeah. So, after another 6,000 relic fragments that have been burnt, I finally come across another double crit lightning damage boost orb, as well as a few other potential upgrades here, possibly. And I'd also like to mention that for some reason I'm getting very lucky with these wind damage boost orbs. Like, look at this, double crit, and then this one has attack speed and crit damage, and it can roll crit rate. So I guess I could use this on Fei Xiao if I wanted to, but I already have a pretty okay Duran set on her, so I don't know, whatever. I'm probably not going to bother showing this in the video, but just like to mention that. 4th substat, the best would obviously be attack percent, but if it misses on that, that's fine, as long as it all goes into the crit subs. I'll be very happy with that. So let's see. Is it going to be attack percent? Fight resist. Rip. Alright, first roll. Why am I not surprised? Alright, next roll. It's a crit damage, good job. But now we gotta dodge 2 more bullets. Here's the first bullet. Okay, we dodged it. And at best, this is a 3 roller, which at this point, I'll be very happy to get. It's already an upgrade. But knowing me, like I said, I'm probably still gonna grade for that 4 substat roll. Alright, the last bullet to dodge. Alright, let's go. I can dodge bullets, baby. Alright, triple crit roll. That is good enough. I'm going to lock this. And if worse comes to worse and we to get absolutely nothing else, I will just settle for this. This is fine. It's actually kind of funny now that I look at it. This is a double roll in the crit damage, but I'm guessing it low rolled or it started with low crit damage subs. It actually has less crit damage than this piece right here. Kind of tragic, but if I don't need the crit rate, this piece might actually still be better, so I'm going to lock it and prevent myself from tilting and throwing it away. Alright, let's take a look how these other pieces will roll. This one needs crit rate, or it's just a bust. See what it gets. It's a bust. Same with this, needs crit rate or bust. Bust. Another lightning orb. This one needs crit damage or bust. And bust. So, yep. that initial piece with double crit is the only survivor of this batch. Now imagine if the main stat was attack percent or lightning damage orb. I would be done, because even if this bricks, I would just variable dice this into oblivion, but nope. Has to be HP percent. Feels bad. Anyways, here's the next batch of lightning and attack orbs. This one, even if it doesn't get crit rate, I think I might continue to roll it to see if it all goes into crit damage, because I currently do slightly value crit damage a little bit more than crit rate because of the crit rate helm, like I mentioned before. Nope, and it breaks right off the bat. This one, I think I might just toss if it doesn't. Yeah, I'm good. Because that one, I don't know. Nah, I don't think this is worth going for the crit damage. This one needs crit damage. And of course we don't get it. Alright, so we're at around the halfway point with 20 relic remains left to go. I think I'm going to switch it up and start crafting boots for her. That's the other weak part of my Acheron's build, and just because I'm tired of getting screwed over on the planar ornaments, although I'm not sure how much better this is going to be. Alright, here's our first batch of boots. We got an attack percent with crit rate, needs crit damage. This one needs crit rate. This one needs crit rate as well. And then we got a speed boot. I'm more looking forward to the attack percent boots, but if I get a good pair of speed boots, it could be an option as well. Maybe not for Acheron specifically, but maybe a character like Cypher. Alright, let's see. Crit damage or rip. Oh, we got it, but I have two pairs of boots that are very similar that rolled either crit rate or crit damage on the last roll. And then the rolls afterwards have just been absolute dog. So, shouldn't be getting too excited, I guess. Alright. Disappointment? No? Good so far. 3 more bullets to dodge. Alright. Second bullet. Oh, and we've got hit. Oh, damn it. Oh, it hurts. Not really. Kind of expected, honestly. It can still go 3 crit, I guess, so keep going. Alright. Third bullet. 2 bullets kills me. Am I gonna die? Nope, not yet. Alright, so this is basically equivalent to what I currently have. It needs 1 more crit roll, preferably crit damage. But alright, final bullet. Boom! Okay! Alright, we got an upgrade, I believe. Yeah, 3 rolls in the crit subs. This is... I'm keeping this. Am I happy about it? Yeah, I guess I'll take it. It's definitely an upgrade. It actually has less crit damage than one of my other boots, but crit rate, crit damage, 3 rolls, I guess it's fine. Alright, onto the other boots. This one needs crit rate. Nope. Same with this, needs crit rate. Nope. And finally onto the speed boots, crit damage. Would I keep this? If it doesn't roll crit damage, probably not. Cypher already has a bunch of crit rate. And then attack and break effect. Attack is good, break effect, not really that useful. Yeah, it kind of needs crit damage or it's also sort of a bust. And I don't really care too much for the speed anyways. Or speed boots. I definitely prefer running base speed Acheron. So if we compare what I currently have on my Acheron to what I just rolled, it's actually not even that big of an upgrade. I can't believe the difference when it comes to the values that you roll. This is 2 rolls in the crit damage, but it's almost 20% crit damage versus this. It's also 2 rolls in the crit damage, but that's like a whole 4% difference. We get a little bit more crit rate out of it. But, I mean, I guess if I want more consistency, this would be the better one, but... I can't really... Can I really consider this an upgrade? I mean, I guess I should be happy that it's 3 rolls, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, this piece literally almost looks like this. It's only 2.6% more crit damage. Alright, I guess we continue crafting a few more boots, and we'll see how it goes, but I might have to settle for this, because boots aren't exactly the hardest thing to farm. Alright, here's the next batch of boots. Honestly, I've seen so many double crits that are not attacks percent boots that I'm pretty disgusted at this point. Crit rate? Nope. Crit damage? Nope. Crit damage? Nope. And then the last one is a pair of speed boots. That also needs crit damage. And rip. Alright, I only have about 11k relic remains left. I'm gonna switch over to the headpiece. I might actually do one quick batch of link ropes. That's kind of stupid though, because I already have pretty good link ropes, but I just want to gamble a bit. And then I will spend a couple more thousand into the headpiece for potentially a better crit damage piece preferred. I already have a really good crit rate piece, so if I get another one of those, that's kind of just doubling down on something I already have. It has finally been done! I am down to my last 2,000 to 3,000 relic remains. But we have finally, I decided to do one more batch of the planar spheres. We have finally gotten our Nat 4 double crit attack percent orb. Oh my god. This piece is done. I don't care. Like, it will probably brick into oblivion like 4 to 5 times in a row, but I don't have to farm for this piece ever again because I can just variable dice spam this to hell. Oh, finally! Jesus Christ. I hate relic grinding. This is actually one of the most cancerous things I've ever done in any gacha game. Holy crap. Okay, here is this batch with the amazing orb. We're gonna save that for last. For some reason, when I crafted the ropes, I got an ER rope here with speed and crit rate. So, I don't know who it could be used for, but it has speed and crit rate on a pretty good set. Maybe Silver Wolf, if I decide to run her on Izumo and pair her with ACHERON, something like that. Yeah, let's just see what it rolls into. Crit rate, that's a good roll. I think speed is the most important sub here. So, I'm not going to enhance this all the way. We don't currently need it. I'm just going to enhance it to +6, probably. And if it lands into speed crit rate on the first 2 rolls, I'll just keep it around. Okay, yeah, we'll just keep it around. That's fine. Yeah, this is a good piece. Alright, here's another link rope that needs crit damage. I've seen this way too many times already, so I just expect failure. And even if it did roll crit damage, we have to go through the whole roulette of rolling in the crit rate again. Alright, like I said, I'm going to save the orbs, especially this one, for last. This one, I guess we can do it. It just needs crit damage. Funny enough, if it rolls into it. Nope. Next is the body pieces. There are a couple of crit damage pieces. This one is a Nat 4, which is really nice, but the thing with this is I would still not use a variable die on it because there's only a 1 in 4 chance that you get a sub that you want. If it had attack percent, I might consider it. This one needs crit rate, and this one just needs to roll in the crit damage. It can roll attack percent. I don't really care about the speed, but if it gets attack percent, that's going to be really nice. Let's start with a Nat 4. Alright, crit rate? Nope, HP, off to a bad start. I think I'm willing to forgive this twice. I just want 3 rolls in the crit rate, and it'll actually be an upgrade already. Nah, I don't think it's happening. And unfortunately for this piece, I'll probably not be keeping it if it breaks again. Because I just have a better piece currently. Wow, triple roll into HP. Actually, I low-key... There might be a damage dealer that uses this that scales off HP one of these days. Am I coping? I'm probably coping. I guess we'll keep it, but I'm not going any further. This is not usable on ACHERON, so I'll just keep it locked for now, but kind of feels bad. Alright, this one needs crit rate. If it doesn't get it, then it's a rip. It's a rip. Actually, hold up. Let me check real quick if this goes into speed. Because this could technically be used on Cypher. Cypher doesn't need much crit rate because she already comes with 50% and she can make up for the crit rate elsewhere. So if this actually has crit rate, then... Or not crit rate, if it rolls into speed, then you find it did not go into speed. So rip. Alright, we have another crit rate helm. This one has crit damage. Like I said, if it rolls attack, great. If it doesn't, well, we're still going to try to go for the crit damage, but at best, it's going to tie with what I currently have in terms of crit damage value. It definitely will not be an upgrade, or it'll be a very slight upgrade. Okay, there's one crit damage roll. It's actually going to do it. I wonder. Is it? Nope. Alright. I'm just going to throw this away then. Because it's not going to be an upgrade regardless. Our next piece is a crit rate piece. It needs crit damage, or not going to be an upgrade once again. Not going to be an upgrade. Crit damage piece. Needs crit rate, obviously. Nope. Crit rate piece with no crit damage. You guys know the drill by now. Nope. And then we have this crit damage piece that needs crit rate as well. And then we will go on to the finale of that planar sphere that, based on my current performance, seems like it's going to brick a couple of times. And I'm going to have to rely on the variable die to fix it, so we'll see. But I am just happy that I am not going to craft any more planar spheres. This is it, boys. This is it. No matter how many times I have to re-roll this shit, this is it. Alright, first roll. First bullet. Dodged. Let's go. Crit rate. I'll take it. Second bullet. Let's go. Whoa, let's go. Another crit rate. Okay. Double crit rate roll. Looking good so far. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alright, third bullet. Can we dodge 3 times in a row? Let's go! Let's go! Oh my god. Alright, this piece is already usable. It's already usable. Oh. Oh, that pain from earlier. Oh, let's freaking go. Alright, please. Just one more crit roll. Everything else past here is icing on the cake, but that 4th crit roll would make me so damn happy. Come on, please. I can dodge bullets, baby! Yeah! Yeah! Woo! Let's freaking go! Oh my god, this is freaking amazing, man. Holy crap. Alright, this piece is already god tier. This last roll, it is what it is. Last bullet, if we dodge it, absolute cinema. Let's go. The perfect piece! The actual perfect piece! Oh my freaking god! Penta crit roll! Penta crit roll! Let's go! Yes! Yes! Woo! Oh my god. Damn. That's crazy. Not complaining here. The crit, if it swapped around and had 3 rolls in the crit damage, that would have been better because, like I said, the crit rate helm, but we're not going to complain. No, this is absolutely insane. Oh my god. Alright, so I equipped my relics, and this is her stat line so far with the crit damage helm. It is almost there. I mean, I guess I could count this as reaching my goal. It's almost 60% crit rate. I want it to be over, ideally as close to 66 as possible. And then 1.1% off of 250 crit damage. If I swap to the really, really good crit rate helm, she becomes over-capped on crit, unfortunately, by quite a bit. And then even if I go over to, which one is it, the link rope here, and go to the one with a little bit more crit damage, it's still way overcapped and not enough crit damage, so it's a bit unfortunate. I am going to do a little bit of tweaking. This is a terrible decision, by the way, because I feel like with that previous build on the crit damage helm, my Acheron's probably already strong enough. But I'm trying to seek perfection here, or make her as strong as humanly possible. So we're going to do some crafting, maybe some variable die rerolling. Don't do this on your account, boys. It is absolutely insane. Just don't do it. Okay, so I made 2 crafts, or specialty crafts, with the resin, or whatever it's called. Basically, you have to use that, and then another one to craft the main stat, and if you want the substat of your choice. I did that for the helmet, because there's honestly only one substat, other than maybe attack percent, and that's going to be crit damage on the main stat, or crit rate on the substat. So I made 2 crafts. Well, this is the one that's amazing. The first one came out like this. It's alright. It needs attack percent. Even if it doesn't, all I want is 3 or more rolls in crit rate. The reason is because currently I looked at all my pieces. The weakest piece that I have on my Acheron is their headpiece, other than the crit rate main stat. For the crit damage piece, it only has 2 rolls in the crit rate. For this, I just want 3 rolls in crit rate. But then we crafted this. This is a nat 4 with both crit rate and attack percent. Some people will argue that this piece, the headpiece, is probably the worst piece you can reset with the variable die, and I agree with them. I'm just a psychopath though, so it's got crit rate and attack percent. I'm not going to throw this piece away. If it breaks, I'll just save it and then try to re-roll it later. This one, we're going to go with this one first. It doesn't need to roll attack percent or anything, it needs to roll in the crit rate. That's the main thing for this piece. So we're just going to level 5 it real quick. Roll flat HP. Not too good. Alright, let's see if it goes in the crit rate. Does not. I still have to keep going because I said 3 or more. Or not 3. It's not going to be 3 more. But I said 3 rolls in the crit rate is good enough for me. So it's already going to be an upgrade to what I currently have. I'll lose a little bit of attack percent, but I would rather have the, what do you call it? The crit rate for more consistency. Alright. Alright, so this is dead, unfortunately. However, now we have this piece. And even if it completely poops the bed, I will use a variable die to reroll this, no matter what. Actually, I might use a variable die. Or eventually, if it rolls bad, eventually I will. I don't know if I'm going to do it on this video, though. Because there might be... I'm thinking, there's a link rope that I can reset. It's got 3 crit rolls. I could greed for 4, and then... I'm thinking about crafting boots next, because my boots, I don't have a nat 4 for my boots yet. All I have are nat 3s, one with 3 crit sub rolls, which is good, or it's okay, but that's another place where I can make improvement. Either way, this is not getting thrown away, but I might not use the variable die on this today, depending on how much resources we have left over. Anyways, crit rate, please! Yes! Let's go! Alright. Second bullet. Boom! Oh, okay. That's not too good. Alright, third bullet. Come on. Give me that crit rate. I think if it rolls crit rate again, it already has more crit rate than the current piece I have, because I think it's a high roll. I could be wrong, though. But either way. Please! Crit rate! Yes! Woo! That's 2 crit rate rolls. Let's go, let's go. I think that's more. I could be wrong, though. But I'll take it. Alright. Alright. I just need 1 more crit rate roll. I will settle for 3. That's good enough. I'm not even going to use the variable die for this if it rolls 3 times in a crit rate. Come on. Come on, game. Come on. Do it! Damn it. Alright, it's going to come down to the last roll. Come down to the last roll. Alright, final roll of destiny. Can we do it? Can we do it? Here we go. Attack percent isn't terrible. It's alright. I mean, this is an upgrade. Slight upgrade. We'll see whether or not I decide to use the variable die on this. It's okay. It's not terrible. If we compare right now, Okay, it is more crit rate, but by 0.6. I guess that puts us over 60% technically. And then the attack percent should outscale the flat attack roll here. Should. This technically, actually, in terms of good rolls, it's about the same. Two rolls into flat attack, one roll in the attack percent. I guess it's alright. I think we're going to move on. This is going to be the headpiece for now, I think, though. Alright, I just did a batch of boots without using the resin. And I got a few attack percent boots, but the speed boot, oh my god. Perfect subs, but not a nat 4. Not really what I want, but if I ever decide to go 135 speed Acheron or decide to build a damage cipher, this is. If this rolls well, Jesus. There's also this one. I just roll for crit rate. But these aren't looking too promising. Either way, let's try for it. This one needs crit rate. We don't get it. Rip. This one needs crit damage. Rip. Now this one. I just hope it rolls alright. I think I'm going to keep it. I don't think I'm going to enhance this all the way, am I? Should I enhance this all the way? We got flat HP. And see how well it does. Attack is okay. It's not the best. Could be worse though. It could roll into flat HP. Crit damage. I think I'm just going to keep it at this for now. Because I'm not really interested in running 135 speed Acheron just yet, but someday if I do try to speed tune her with a specific team, this pair of boots will come in handy. So we'll just keep it locked at +9 for now. And this one needs crit rate, or I'm just going to toss it away as well. Right, it's a rip. I have finally burned through all of my relic remains. I'm done. That's it. And we spent them on the boots. Definitely not worth it. 3 of these crafts, as you can see, with the double crits in here, I used some of the resin, and it cost a total of 5 combined. And you're not even guaranteed a nat 4, so as you can see, this could very well just become absolute dog and just brick. We have one piece here that was just naturally crafted. I need a roll crit rate on it. We're going to start with this. But I think we might be cooked here, boys, when it comes to the boots. I'm probably just going to have to settle for the 3 crit roll that I had earlier on the attack boots. Because none of these are guaranteed, and they're not worth using the variable die on. 4th sub does not actually matter. Flat attack is okay. Honestly, I would probably prefer bulk, just so I don't die when I do sustainless runs. Alright, here we go. First bullet. And rip. At best, this can tie with what I currently have. I'll still keep going, because there's a chance that it triple rolls into crit damage, and it might be an upgrade to what I currently have. It actually will be an upgrade if it triple rolls into crit damage, because that's what I'm looking for right now, over crit rate, honestly. And this one's bricked, as you can see. Alright, next one. Effect resist, meh. Alright, first bullet. Crit rate. Would have preferred crit damage, but we're not complaining at this point. If it rolls better, okay, yeah, just enhance the damn gear. Just enhance the damn gear. I'm getting tired at this point, too. Holy crap. It has been approaching 4 hours at this point. Alright, next bullet. Wow, we're really doing this? Damn. Okay, double crit. I'll take it. Double crit rate. Oh my god! Holy crap, that is so much crit rate. Well, there goes my value when it comes to that crit rate helm that rolled so well in the crit damage. I'm not throwing this away. This can be very useful. Alright, final roll of destiny. Will it do a quadra roll in into the crit subs. Here we go. It's all up to fate. It will not. Damn. It didn't quite do it. Regardless, I think we're still keeping this for sure. And here's the final one. There's no point. I should just go to +5. Since we have to check for the first sub anyways. Effect hit rate. First bullet. Hit us right in the chest. Unlikely it's going to be better than any of the other pieces we have. Crit damage. I did say the one way this can improve is if it all rolls into crit damage. And it all has to roll into crit damage. If it rolls in a crit rate... no, I think this started with really low crit damage. I can already tell it's only like 10%. So, I don't think it's going to be much of an upgrade. Alright. Will it do it? It might do it. It might actually do it. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Not uh-oh. Actually, please do it. Alright, last bullet. Come on, let's do this. Nope. No. Rip. Rip this piece. Alright, so we've come down to the final part of this video. I'm done crafting. We're just gonna settle for whatever boots I have. I didn't get any nat force, unfortunately, so the variable die will not be used on that today. I'm gonna start off with the link rope. This is completely unnecessary. This one right here is only a nat 3, so it's not worth it, and it's honestly usable. This will be actually my backup link rope in case I need the extra crit damage. This one is very greedy. I was blessed with 3 crit rate rolls, and it's currently what my ACHERON is holding on to. But since we had so many crit rate rolls on that one particular boot, I'm thinking I'm gonna try, since it's a nat 4, to get more rolls into crit damage and preferably 4 crit sub rolls. This is very greedy, and I don't recommend this to anyone who is not trying to brick their account. So, do not do this. If you get 3 good rolls in crits, or whatever substats that you want, just keep it. Don't waste your, variable die on this. But, I am a true gambler at heart. So, let's do this. It can actually roll worse, by the way, so, yeah. Oh god! That's not necessarily... Is that better? Is that better? I don't think that's even better, honestly. No, I don't think I want to keep that. Yeah, okay. Okay, it's the first time I've done it, so it's giving me a tutorial. Yeah, I don't think that's actually even better. I want to keep this one. That's definitely not better. Alright, we got one more, and of course I can craft more. Don't do this. We literally got the same result. Is this better though? Damn, I am not sure actually. If I want the one with more crit rate or the one with more crit damage. I might actually be picking the wrong one here. I'll see what I can do with this for now. This might be the wrong decision. I maybe should be keeping the one with more crit rate just to be safe, but we'll see. We'll see, boys. I think I made the wrong decision. I probably should have kept the crit rate. Like, our crit... Okay, no, our crit rate's fine. We're just... I'm short, like, a little bit more crit damage. I actually think I just want more crit damage, so never mind. Because I think I'm gonna re-roll the headpiece anyways for more crit rate. On the crit damage home. Oh, I am an absolute degenerate. God damn it. Alright, we go again. I crafted more variable die. Pretend you guys didn't see that. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop. That's... Yeah, we're gonna stop. Yeah, this is gonna be this one. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, we're good. I did say one more crit damage, but that's for crit roll subs. I'm just gonna stop. Nope. We're good. Yeah, we're absolutely good. Alright. We're just gonna have to live with it and try to get crit damage elsewhere. But I am not re-rolling this piece ever again. Honestly, this stat line is what I'm looking for. This is already good. 60 plus crit rate, 250 plus crit damage, 4k plus attack. It's just bothering me though, this piece here. It's bothering me a little bit. I will do a few rolls on this. I'm not gonna force it though. I think we're already set and good to go. But I have a problem. Alright, we are going to stop after this. No more. I've realized that I have a problem. These are my last 3 variable die that I'm going to craft. I can actually craft more. We're gonna try to go for 3 crit rate rolls. Do I care if I lose the 1 roll into attack? Probably not. And honestly, I don't even need this last crit rate roll, but it would basically guarantee me to be almost at 100% crit rate. So, I would rather have consistency, a little bit more consistency than the little itty bit of chip damage from the attack percent. But once again, as you can see from the previous rolls, there's no guarantee that this is going to roll any better. So, here we go. Oh, God. This is so stupid. I'm going to be using this on gear that actually needs to be rerolled. Okay, last one. And then we're done. We are done. Last reroll of Destiny. Let's go! That's actually not any better. Alright, I'm done. Yeah. We're just going to have to keep this for now. Yeah, I'm just going to keep this for now. This is the best we can do for ACHERON, and honestly, it is already good enough. Alrighty, guys. Well, that's going to be it for this Honkai Star Rail video. I hope you guys enjoyed me bricking my account, because I surely did not. Other than that, I'll see you guys in my next Honkai Star Rail video. Take care, and peace.
Existence as fleeting as the dawn's dew, destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. Dusk's reign, it too shall